OMG? The fashion world collectively gasped, blinked twice, and then completely lost its mind when BTS, Jungkook stepped into the spotlight as the main star of a global fashion show that instantly rewrote the rules of style, celebrity, and cultural influence. What began as whispers among insiders turned into an explosion across social media, headlines, and runways alike, as Jungkook didn't just attend a world-class fashion event. He owned it, dominated it, and transformed it into a historic moment that fans and critics are already calling one of the most unforgettable crossovers between music and high fashion in modern history. From the very first second his name appeared on the official guest list, anticipation began to rise like a slow-burning flame. Fashion editors, luxury brand executives, stylists, photographers, and global media sensed that something extraordinary was about to unfold. Jungkook has always been known as the Golden Maknae, the artist who excels effortlessly in music, dance, performance, and visuals. But this time, the stage was not a concert hall or a stadium packed with army. This time, the stage was the world's most elite fashion runway, a place where legacy brands guard their image fiercely and only the most powerful figures are invited to shape the narrative. When the lights dimmed and the show began, the atmosphere was electric yet tense. The audience expected excellence, but what they received was far beyond expectation. Jungkook appeared not as a guest or a decorative celebrity placed in the front row for cameras, but as the undeniable centerpiece of the entire show. The moment he walked out, time seemed to pause. Cameras flashed uncontrollably. Editors stopped taking notes because their eyes were fixed on him. Social media platforms experienced a surge of activity within seconds, with his name climbing to the top of worldwide trends almost instantly. His outfit was a masterclass in modern luxury. Tailored yet fluid, bold yet elegant, it reflected not only the designer's vision but Jungkook's personal aura. The fabric moved with him like it was alive, responding to every step, every subtle shift of posture. It wasn't just clothing, it was storytelling. The way he carried the look blurred the line between model and muse, between fashion and performance. He didn't simply wear the outfit, he transformed it, giving it emotion, attitude, and presence. What shocked many observers was how naturally Jungkook commanded the runway. This was not someone experimenting awkwardly outside his comfort zone. This was an artist fully aware of his body, his expression, and the power of silence. His walk was confident but not arrogant, controlled but not stiff. There was an intensity in his gaze that communicated strength and vulnerability at the same time, a rare combination that designers dream of but rarely find. Behind the scenes, industry insiders later revealed that Jungkook had been deeply involved in the concept discussions leading up to the show. He reportedly spent hours understanding the designer's philosophy, the inspiration behind the collection, and the message the brand wanted to send to the world. This level of dedication stunned even seasoned professionals, many of whom admitted they had never seen a global superstar approach fashion with such sincerity and respect for the craft. As the show progressed, it became clear that Jungkook wasn't just part of the event, he was the axis around which everything revolved. The music, the lighting, the packing of the runway, even the emotional arc of the collection seemed synchronized with his presence. When he appeared again for the finale, the audience erupted into applause that lasted far longer than protocol allowed. Some stood, others cheered. A few were visibly emotional, realizing they were witnessing a moment that would be referenced for years to come. Online, the reaction was nothing short of explosive. Within minutes, clips of Jungkook's runway moments flooded every platform imaginable. Fans dissected every detail, from the way his jacket fell on his shoulders to the subtle shift in his expression near the end of the walk. Fashion critics, often known for their restraint, abandoned neutrality and openly praised his impact. Headlines described him as the future of fashion influence and the artist who collapsed the wall between pop culture and haute couture. Luxury brands took notice as well. Executives from rival fashion houses were reportedly seen discussing Jungkook's appearance in hushed but excited tones. Analysts quickly pointed out the measurable impact of his presence. Brand searches skyrocketed, engagement rates tripled, and items from the collection began selling out online before the show had even officially ended. This was not just visibility. It was economic power, cultural relevance, and global reach embodied in one individual. What makes this moment even more significant is Jungkook's journey to this point. From a young trainee to a global pop icon, he has always carried the weight of expectation with quiet determination. His evolution has been steady, deliberate, and deeply personal. Rather than chasing trends, he has consistently focused on growth, discipline, and authenticity. This fashion show felt like a natural extension of that journey, a new chapter that didn't abandon his roots but expanded them into new territory. Army around the world reacted with a mix of pride, shock, and overwhelming emotion. Many fans described feeling like they were watching history being written in real time. Fan communities organized streaming parties not for music but for runway clips. Fan art inspired by his fashion looks began circulating within hours. Some longtime supporters reflected on how far he had come, remembering the shy teenager who once stood nervously at the back, now commanding the attention of the most powerful figures in the fashion world. Cultural commentators were quick to highlight the broader implications of Jungkook's appearance. His role as the main star of a global fashion show symbolizes a shift in the industry, one where influence is no longer confined to traditional boundaries. Music, fashion, art, and digital culture are merging, and Jungkook stands at the center of that convergence. His presence challenges outdated notions of who belongs in luxury spaces and expands the definition of what a fashion icon can look like in the 21st century. The designer behind the show later released a statement expressing deep admiration for Jungkook's professionalism and artistic sensitivity. According to the statement, Jungkook didn't just elevate the collection, he redefined it. The designer emphasized that the collaboration was built on mutual respect and creative exchange, not just star power. This revelation further cemented the idea that Jungkook's influence goes far beyond his name. It lies in his ability to connect, interpret, and elevate. Media outlets across continents continued to analyze the moment days after the show ended. Some focused on the symbolism of his styling choices. Others examined how his participation reflects the growing global influence of Korean artists in industries once dominated by Western figures. Many agreed on one thing: this was not a fleeting viral moment. This was a turning point. As discussions continue, one question echoes across fan forums, fashion columns, and cultural analysis pieces alike: what comes next? If Jungkook can redefine the role of a musician on a fashion runway, what other boundaries might he cross next? Acting, directing, creative direction, brand ownership, the possibilities suddenly feel limitless. What is certain is that the image of Jungkook standing at the center of that runway, lights blazing, audience breathless, will remain etched in collective memory. It was a moment of alignment where talent met opportunity, preparation met vision, and an artist stepped into a new realm without losing himself in the process. OMG indeed. BTS, Jungkook did not just become the main star of a world fashion show. He sent a clear message to the world: he is not following paths anymore, he is creating them.